power up its payments infrastructure in a manner the world has never seen. The world has been left in complete awe of this prowess, and the spin-off benefits and potential are being seen as immense by experts and global agencies. Take a look.
The government of India is committed to expanding digital transactions in the Indian economy. IT is aimed at digitizing the economy with consequent benefits of efficiency, transparency and quality. India is being discussed on the global stage. JP Morgan has elevated India to overweight rating, including 3 stocks in its EM portfolio. This upgrade aligns JP Morgan with other prominent global brokerages like Morgan Stanley, CLSA and Nomura, who have also pushed India to an overweight status. India's instant payment system has proved to be a game changer. UPI has not only been used domestically but is also being hailed worldwide. US Treasury has praised UPI for cross-border payment leadership. The UPI stands out in advancing bilateral links between other countries, including Singapore and the UAE. Referring to India, Shambag said that some jurisdictions with strong bilateral economic relationships are going further and interlinking their fast payment systems. He added that UPI also enables settlements of payments across networks. Shambag also hailed the G20 payments roadmap, saying that it has channeled efforts for near-term growth. Falling in line with this commitment, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a microcredit scheme for urban street vendors, known as PM Swanidhi scheme in 2020, which has a phenomenal impact by ensuring inclusive entrepreneurship. India's central bank, SBI, also analyzed that transformative impact on PM Swanidhi. As per the SBI report, PM Swanidhi has ensured inclusive entrepreneurship. PM Swanidhi has seamlessly connected marginalized urban micro-entrepreneurs. Almost 75% of loan beneficiaries come from non-general category. OBCs account for 44% of total disbursement, while SC/STs account for 22%. 43% of total beneficiaries are women. The female share indicates empowerment of entrepreneurial capabilities of urban females.
So I think this Prime Minister Swanidhi scheme, which was launched during the COVID time, is a very interesting proposition because it incentivizes the entire structure of loan taking and loan repaying, because if you pay the first loan, you get double the amount of the second loan. If you pay the second loan, you get 2.5 times that of the second loan. So in effect, actually, what is happening is that we can see that the ratio of those people who are actually taking the second loan out of the first loan and the third and the second loan is actually progressively going up. This means that people are very conscious of having a better credit history so that they can get integrated into the banking system.
With expanding consumer market and a large industrial sector, the Indian economy is set to surpass Japan by 2030. As per the S&P Global Market Intelligence, India will continue to be one of the world's fastest growing economies over the next decade. Moreover, India is a favorable place for important long-term growth markets in a wide range of industries, including manufacturing sectors such as autos, electronics and chemicals. The IMF in October 2023 also revised India's growth estimate to 6.3% in 2024 due to resilient domestic demand and strong investment inflows.
The growth rate that they see now and projections of the growth rate that they see for the next 5-6 years, and that's saying quite a lot, is more or less very stable. In the world economy now, it's very difficult to get any large-sized economy where the growth rate is going to be so stable. That is what is attracting investors.
Foreign delegates who arrived in India during the G20 summit this year were equally amazed by the use of UPI. Not only the World Bank, but also the German embassy in India, in a tweet, lauded India's digital infrastructure and said that the minister was very fascinated by the transaction experience.
Let's now bring in our guest to talk more about this, how India's digital revolution and financial inclusion revolution have come together. Lieutenant General S.B. Kochar, DG Cellular Operator Association of India, is joining us. Lieutenant General, we've already seen how this revolution, the coming together of financial inclusion and the digital revolution, has already left the world in awe. But I'm sure as the Indian Mobile Congress is showing, there's much more to come in the months and years ahead.
That is very true. That is very true. And that is what the Honorable Prime Minister also said. That all other policies and all other initiatives for the benefit of the people have to be carried on telecom, and the telecom networks are expanding. 5G is the fastest rollout in the world, so the telecom is keeping pace or even going ahead of the other reforms that are happening. And we should see a fillip, and we should see telecom as a catalyst. The growth rate of the reform effects is going to be much higher with a sound telecom infrastructure than it would have been without it.
Yes, and in terms of adding further strength to India's telecom infrastructure, it is primarily in the hands of private players now, and there is some concern over the health, the financial health of a particular player, and then there's talk of a possible duopoly shaping up as well. So, how are these issues being addressed?
So this has been a problem. This is not something that we can brush under the carpet. We have to roll out networks. We have to carry applications on top of these networks, and we have to reach out to the people with affordable devices. So these are the three pillars, all these have to be supported by sound policies and regulations. Now, the current situation when we migrated from 4G into 5G did not support financial health as much as we would like to. Please understand that 5G applications and revenue earners are some time away. It's not going to happen in 6 months or 1 year. It will take time for applications to grow, which can generate revenue for the private companies. So therefore, we have to see networks as a fundamental sector, and which has to be supported by reducing the cost of layouts and increasing participative sharing of costs by people who benefit from these telecom networks. Only then we can go forward in building a sound and a resilient ecosystem which supports the initiatives taken by the Honorable Prime Minister in all other spheres.
Definitely. Thank you for joining us in talking about it, how India's digital revolution and financial inclusion are going hand in hand, and it's going to be further revolutionized with the kind